absolute
and all this. I'm
what
like,
the f*** is wrong?
what I've done
You just gotta get your head straight. You're such a oh right, oh that's great news. Oh, that's really not good news. And then I've got missed calls from him. You're a
And then he said, right there, you absolute legends. Welcome back to another episode. I thought this one would be a bit different, won't be fishing, but I just want to talk to you guys. This, I think, could possibly be the best prank you can ever pull on a carp angler. So right, let me give you the setting, And guys, you have to let me know in the comments below what you think is the best prank you've done or you've heard of a guy doing to a carp angler. So, with the Parker Baits Bait Ambassador team, we all had a social down Oxlease Lake, down Linear Fisheries, and there was a couple of me and my mates were there, me, Callum The Camo King, and obviously Aaron, South Coast Angler. We all drew our swims at the very start. We were all quite, nervous to get there. And we said, when me and Callum draw swims, like we always do when we fish with each other, there's always a swim that seems more preferable than the other one, as all you carp anglers know. I'm always the guy that comes out worst. Who is it? Oh no.
You never win a draw, mate.
I never win a draw.
Aaron is the winner.
Why is it? I never win the draw, ever. Always the guy that comes out worst. Never win, but on this time I actually drew quite a decent swim and Callum drew quite a bad one. We've drawn our swims. I've got 15, which isn't actually too bad. There's a bit of open water straight ahead I can cast out and do a bit of long chuck, but unfortunately,
Got it.
we did say before, for the first time ever, Callum's come out worse on a draw than me. From the get-go, he had his head down a bit, but he was like, right, I've got to make the most of it. Got to make the most of it. And I'm sure he was going to catch, because he's a great angler. Don't ever, oh God, I've said that now. He'll clip that and he'll always replay it back to me. I knew he was going to catch one. So the social, we were there for actually 72 hours. We had the whole lake exclusive, and we had a little WhatsApp group tracking everyone's catches. So if anyone caught, the person next door would have to witness the weight of the fish, put it in a WhatsApp group with photos, and then it's marked down by Steve, who was keeping a spreadsheet of everyone's catches around the lake, which is really fascinating, guys, if you actually want to fish a lake where you know exactly where fish are coming out, what time, whereabouts on the lake they are. So it was really good. One of the first nights, Callum had one during the night.
Right. Well,
sending nudes again?
Yeah, again.
Yeah.
Happy days.
Right.
Probably don't put that in the YouTube video.
I will do. So he's beaten the blank, so he's happy. It was the next morning. It was atrocious conditions, like real stormy, horrible, rainy conditions. We're in a tornado! Oh no! That is nuts. No one wanted to bite during that time. It was absolutely hanging, just disgusting. But anyway, Callum managed to hook in to another fish down the left-hand margin, but because he was fishing a margin swim and there's a lot of snags in that corner, it took him into the snags and snagged him up. And bless him, he got his waders on, he phoned me up in that weather, can you come help me? Of course I was thrilled to help him. Callum's apparently snagged up on a really good fish. Fortunately, sometimes, guys, it happens in carp fishing, you do as much as you can to get the fish unsnagged, but it cut him off eventually, cut the line straight through. And it's safe to say, like any angler is, Callum was gutted.
Yeah. That's gutting.
Yeah, man.
Felt like a good fish.
Felt like a good one.
Yeah.
You know when you're fully locked up and it's still pulling line on.
Fishing at Oxlease, you never quite know when you could have a 40 on the end of your line, and he was very sure he had a big fish on the end of his line. It just hit him really hard. It's one of those where it hit even harder than usual, Like he really, really didn't want to admit that it was a good fish, but he did, and he knew he did. He knew he lost a good fish there. We can all tell, can't we, at the end of the weight of the line. I think that following night, something special really happened. A guy called Dave Macker actually caught the lake record, 48 pound, I think it was 6 ounce, 7 ounce, I can't remember, it was 48 pound. It's a lump of a UK fish, real lump, second biggest fish in Linear, I believe it was.
Well, what an absolute moment, 48.4. I can't quite believe it. Like I said, on the Parker Bait social, I'm lost for words if I'm honest with you. Lake record, I think, not 100%, but what a fish.
absolutely amazing to witness that. It's great to see it. When it happened, the whole lake was out cheering, like, yeah, come on. The whole of Linear knew something big had happened on Oxlease. Everyone was buzzing, apart from one bloke who had fallen asleep. And that was Callum the Camo King. And do you know what? After all the little niggles we've had over the years, all our little pranks we pull on each other when we're fishing, as you do with mates, I thought this is the perfect opportunity to get him. I tried ringing him when this fish had been landed, but he was fast asleep in his bivvy, so he ain't gonna pick up and he ain't gonna get his rods out. So I said to Ben, I was like, Ben, we have an opportunity here to pull the biggest prank ever in carp fishing. He's like, what do you want to do? So he's like, okay, right, here's what we're gonna do. Right, so gonna let you guys in on a little prank that we're gonna play on Callum the Camo King. The lake record has just been smashed. 48 pounds 7 ounce. Well done, Dave, mate. Dave got that. Is what we're gonna tell. So Callum lost a fish earlier and he was adamant it was a good fish. Callum's been fast asleep throughout this whole thing, right? It's about 10 past 11, he hasn't woken up. So what we're gonna do, I've already sent him a voice note saying, mate, they just caught a record fish, but it had a trailer in its mouth and it looks like your rig. Callum uses the Ridge Monkey kickers. He's very specific about his like, sort of solid bag rigs. But I knew he wouldn't believe me if he just had that from me. So Mr. South Coast got involved, saying the same thing. And I got Ben involved as well. I said, and he wouldn't just believe me and Aaron. He'd need someone like Ben to message him for him to really believe this. Because I know he would thought Ben would never do that to him. He'd never be that mean. So what Ben said to me is like, Tom, take my phone and message him off my phone, whatever you want. I got Ben Parker's phone here. No, not joking, this is his phone. And I'm gonna message Callum off his phone because Ben's in on the prank, saying, mate, hi mate, lake record has just been smashed. Got some news though that might wind you up a bit. Might want to have a chat tomorrow. He's gonna be heartbroken if he thinks he lost the lake record. And of course, Aaron the South Coast Angler is on it as well. This is gonna serve him right for falling asleep and not waking up on one of the biggest moments on this lake. And you know what? Send. So Callum has woken up to all of these messages, totally oblivious to what's happened last night, and all he's seen is these messages. And of course, so the next morning when we all woke up, he's sending me voice notes.
Hey lads, yeah, that was a nice little thing to wake up to this morning about 5 o'clock, knowing that potentially my rig's left fucking the fish can't carps with my mouth. Is what it is, isn't it? You know, can't cry over spilt milk. But absolutely fuming, and I haven't had a beep all night. Not a single beep, not a line or nothing, not a sniff.
At least you can take away the positives, Callum. If it is your rig, then I don't know. You kind of want it to be your rig, though, don't you? Surely, because like, obviously it's got him, but at the same time, you know your rig works.
Oh man! And already I'm starting to laugh in my bivvy listening to this. Anyway, a couple of hours went by after everyone had a bit of munch, and he actually walked down and come see me, and we had a bit of I did the usual sort of small talk, chin wag, chit chat before we addressed the. Yeah, there was a rig in its mouth.
Loads of seeding around that corner.
Oh, what particle?
Mate, all of it's gone in around that corner.
The whole thing?
I probably only had about 2 kilo left.
How do you feel about that? I didn't know what to tell you.
Yeah, no, I want to know. I'd rather know. Is what, isn't it? That's one of them things, mate.
I saw it and I was like,
that's my rig.
Mate, on it, I'm not kidding. And Ben was like, oh look, there's a rig in its mouth. And I look, it wasn't even the rig I saw first, it was the line. I was like, that's grey. Yeah, you know, OGX is grey. I was like, no way, because there's no way it would have fed twice. There's no way it would have it would have spooked after that. And then I saw the kicker. And I know you use those, it's Ridge Monkey kickers. Yeah, and I was like, but of course at the time, because it's like, mate, it's chaos.
Yeah.
Everyone's
I didn't hear my phone at all. I was
trying to phone you.
I know,
Did you see the missed call?
Mate, I was dead to the
and I said to Ben, I was like, mate, I'm not joking, I think that might be Callum's rig that was in there. That he lost the fit. And he said it felt really good. I was like, he's like, no. And I was like, yeah.
He messaged me last night, fair play to Ben, he messaged me saying, obviously just had a late record out buzzing, I think that might annoy you a little bit. There's a little bit of news to cover it. I'll give you a chat tomorrow. I'll come chat to you tomorrow. So.
And what had happened earlier that day, or that morning, Callum had sent me a picture of the rig. He was like, was this the rig? Callum sent me a picture of his rig. He's like, was this the rig you saw? And obviously what I did, as soon as he sent me that, I've sent it over to Ben that morning, and Ben still messaged me going, how's it going, what's his reaction like? So I sent him the picture of the rig. Ben's then cropped it and played with it, done some magic editing on the photo. Anyway, so after Callum's that morning come and see me, we've both walked down to Ben. Callum's like, come on, let's go check, like let's go talk to Ben. I was like, see if it actually was your rig. And of course, that's when this happens.
That was crazy.
That's a monster, isn't it?
Absolutely crazy, mate. Yeah.
Was it 48.7?
48. Yeah. 48.7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a monster.
Yeah, I got a picture of the rig on my phone.
I want to see it, but I don't know if I want to see it.
Oh mate.
Yeah, I think that's the picture of it.
Is that it?
It's my rig, yeah.
Is that your rig?
Yeah. I'll show you my rig.
No.
Yeah, that's my OG one.
You're joking.
That's my rig.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
So it literally had 2 bites. It had 2 bites in one session.
So I lost yesterday, mate. Gut wrenching it. Oh no.
Can't do anything about it now, can you?
Does that count as my fishing? No.
No.
Ah, I didn't know. I was hoping I was going to turn up, but it wasn't. Oh, it's not one.
Ah, it's not your rig.
Absolutely. You sent it in the phone.
Come round, it's all in, mate.
You.
He's like, oh, I need your phone. I come up with all this plan and all this. I'm like, take my phone.
Mate, you're deluded.
He goes, so you come up with this plan. He goes, yeah. So what we're going to do is I'm going to out.
Are you serious?
What I've done
He's
is,
got to get registered.
can you send a message? I said, I'll do even better than that. Take my phone. So he took the phone and then he read this message out, and obviously then
You're
he sent
such
his.
a 4 in the morning. Sorry, I didn't mean to say 3 words. 4 in the morning. I was like, I'm asleep. Like, oh right. Oh, that's great news. Oh, that's really not good news. And then I've got missed calls from him. You're a
And then he sent me the picture, so I thought what I'll do is I'll zoom into it and crop it.
This is my hand.
That's your hand.
And the picture, I'll send you this. It's on the screen now.
Oh,
so yeah, you
Such a dickhead.
Oh, cow.
I'll tell you what, fair play.
Do you know what, mate? It's only because they caught the late record, and I tried phoning you, and I knew you were asleep.
Mate, I was dead to well.
He said,
And
I need to punish him. That was his word.
I was like, "There's
He
no
needs
way
to
you're
be
sleeping through a late record on Oxlease."
You rung me once.
Yeah.
What is that?
Mate, I'm an opportunist, mate.
Mate, you've done me proper.
I was gonna try and I was gonna try and.
I was like, and he forwarded me the voice notes that then you've then sent him. I'm like, I'm listening to this thinking, now I feel a bit bad, like even I feel.
So Ben, when I came around and said it to him, he's like, mate, just take my phone. So that message from Ben was me.
That's so good.
That was me, Ben's phone messaging
Mate,
me.
I didn't think you were that funny. That's I didn't think you had that in you.
That is the ultimate
That's so
prank.
good. Mate, I've phoned the missus up everything.
You phoned the missus up?
I've been crying down the phone.
Oh, cow. For the life of me, I couldn't hold it together anymore. The boy thought he'd lost the lake record fish, and he thought he'd lost it like hours before it'd been caught. It's one of those cruel pranks I've ever played on a mate, especially with carp fishing. Guys, you have to let me know what you've done to your mates down below, and you let me know, is this possibly the meanest prank you can do? I mean, you can do it with like normal sort of losing big fish and that sort of thing, but for a record linear fish at Linear Fisheries, nearly 50 pound. I mean, that's something else, isn't it? And it all just was timed perfectly. The timing was perfectly. It was immaculate, the timing. So, Callum, I know you're probably watching this, and I know you're probably plotting some revenge on me, so it's making me a bit nervous fishing with you again next year, but we'll see how we go. That's the joys of carp fishing, guys, and it makes it even more important. Go out with your mates, even if they are horrible. You still have a great laugh. And to be fair to Callum, he took it on the chin, he took it very well, and he was laughing. He didn't really quite believe what happened. Right, guys, I know it was a bit of a different video and a short one, but I thought that video deserved it. I think that prank deserved its own video, so yeah, let me know what you think of it in the comment section below, and if you like the video, give a like, helps with the algorithm, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. I hope you all have a lovely year, and 2024 is full of big chunks for you. Drop your guts, grab your nuts, and get on that bank. See you in the next one.